Hello all and welcome back to another wonderful video. Today we're going to be doing our monthly Q&A where I take some questions that I've gathered over the month, or most specifically on my most recent community post where I talked about asking for questions from you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and answer this first question by Blue Cloud Studios. They asked, why did you name yourself Dannyballsub? That seems strange. They didn't say that seems strange, I just added that because it does seem kind of strange. But the reason why I named myself Dannyballsub is because my brother gave me that nickname. He went on this big spree of where he was giving everyone nicknames. He couldn't really give me one, it wasn't sticking, and then eventually he chose Dannyballsub, and for some reason that was the one that stuck. So when I went and made an Instagram account, made a Twitter account, made a YouTube account, and all this other stuff like that, when it finally came time to do all of that, I just went with Dannyballsub. So there you go, that's where the name comes from. You guys can stop asking about this now. It seems like I get asked this all the time, I don't even know. But speaking of getting asked questions all the time, this person, Dovacraft, seems to have snuck into yet another one of these videos for these Q&As. They seem to just appear in all of these, and they asked, what is your favorite word? Mine is recalibration. Well, why do you have a favorite word? My favorite word is subscribe to Dannyballsub. That's my favorite word. Mulaney Cakestar asked, have you ever seen a rotten banana? I don't like to talk about it. I don't like to talk about it. Daijiro words person, it's on screen, okay? Look, I can't read this. But they asked if you could be Skella or Birthmark, who would you be? And that has to be Birthmark. Birthmark is the obvious answer here. Skella had it way worse. Sure, Birthmark had a terrible life there, being homeless as a child and everything else, being made fun of for his extra horn, you know, and all that other stuff like that, all the magic spasms. Sure, all of that was terrible, but Skella just had it way worse, way worse than Birthmark ever could conceive of. So yes, I think I would rather be Birthmark, even though both their lives were absolutely terrible up to a certain point. Here's another person asking another question. I'm gonna say it like that because I cannot read your name. It is impossible to. It is impossible. I don't even know. I don't even know how you put those letters together. But anyway, they asked, which is your favorite MLP character? Now, I've always thought of like how to answer questions like this as who would you want to hang out with the most and things like that, because whoever you want to hang out with the most is probably who your favorite character is. And honestly, I don't know how to answer that still, because I would love to hang out with Discord because of how much fun that could be, but at the same time that could be a very terrible situation. But Discord is probably one of my favorite characters in the show. Out of the main 6, it would probably be Fluttershy and stuff like that. So it kind of works, right? The Fluttershy and Discord thing, it just works. Okay, so let's answer another question, or a series of questions. This one by Shanecraft, who asked, do you like escape rooms? Yes, I do. I've never done one in real life, but I have played a few escape room games on Steam, actually very recently, and they were a little bit fun. One of them was very annoying, but it was still fun. They also asked, do you like musicals? If yes, what's your favorite? I don't really care for musicals. There's some that I like, some that I don't like, so it's really up in the air. Every single time there's a musical, I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. So it's always very random. But there you go. What are some things that you want changed on Ponytown? There's actually quite a few. I would love to see the tables actually finally finished so that you can use them properly. So that would be one thing that I would love to see changed on Ponytown. I would also love to see a lot of other things that like were started and then weren't finished and stuff like that. For example, the tables. Like the tables is a clear example. There's a swimming pool by the beach. I don't care what anyone says, there's no way that pool is finished. It barely looks like a pool. It's not even shaped like a pool because it has a weird shape to it. It kind of just looks like a weird lake or something that was converted into a pool by like means of a diving board, which honestly barely looks like a diving board because it's just like 2 planks of wood or whatever like that. There's just so much needs to be done to that swimming pool for me to just agree that it is a swimming pool. But yeah, the swimming pool. I would love to see the caves have some grander purpose rather than just like, I can go here and exist in the dark. The caves don't have much going on, okay? It would be nice to see some kind of maybe weird fast travel type thing with this or something. Similar to like the sewers in Town, possibly. I don't know. Maybe they could throw a mini game in there or something like that. Whenever they implement mini games, maybe that could be a place you have to go to do a certain mini game. I don't know, but there's so many things I would love to see changed on Ponytown. I could probably make an entire video about that. But let's move on to their fourth question, because for some reason I'm allowing them to do 4 questions. They said, "Do you agree that we should be able to to set a character's eye position in the skin editing?" And I don't agree that you should be able to do that. Why would you want to put eyes on your neck or like on your leg or something like that? That's just weird. I don't understand why you would want to be able to move the eye position at all. It doesn't make any sense to me. No, I don't think that would be very. I mean, it would probably be very weird, but I don't like that as an idea. It seems a little off to me. But anyway, speaking of things that are off to me, there's a blue giraffe in my comments. That's right, Blue Giraffe 17 asked, "When did you find out about Ponytown and what was your first impression of it?" So when I first found Ponytown, I actually recently got into MLP, and I was watching a bunch of episodes, and after I watched a handful of episodes, I was like, is there any games based off of this? And I went and looked for games. I found those terrible Gameloft ones on like the App Store and things like that. They were absolutely terrible, and I was like, okay, well, surely, like, because the fandom is so big and it's whatever or whatever like that, right? Surely there would be some kind of fan game or something out there, and that's what I ended up searching for, and I ended up finding Ponytown. I ended up finding Ambient White and things like that. I couldn't play Ambient White, obviously, because it's not out. There's a demo, but my computer was trash at the time, so but that's besides the point. I ended up finding Ponytown that way, and I kind of liked it. It was nice, it was interesting, it was a nice little social game or whatever like that, but I wasn't super into it until a little bit later in its life, I guess. I don't know. Vanessa Magnifier asked a handful of questions. They said, which Hogwarts house are you? They also asked, which are some of your favorite books and video games? So favorite books, there's the Guardian of Ga'Hoole series. That's pretty good. The Harry Potter series is actually pretty good. You got, obviously, another one. It's a series called X Heroes. That one was pretty good. There's another one called Randoms. That one's pretty good. Literally anything from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, literally any of those books are amazing. Video game wise, there's of course things like Minecraft, Ponytown of course, and then Animal Crossing. You got all those things together. That's just how it is. And then they also asked about musicals for some reason, which I thought was a little bit weird. It's really weird that I got 2 questions about musicals, honestly. I also got like 2 questions about escape rooms. I didn't put the other one in this video though, but I thought that was kind of weird. But anyway, they also asked, do you have any MLP plushies? If yes, please show them. So here you go. And then they also said that they like my videos and thank for the fun times, that they're thanking me for the fun times. I am glad that you enjoyed the videos. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do consider liking, subscribing, sharing, and doing all of those wonderful things like that. Because when you do those wonderful things like that, not only do you get access to wonderful content such as this, but you also get to become wonderful yourself. And I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful.